It is National Superhero Day.
It's a bird!
Shouldn't you be wearing a mask?
Mask.
It's a plane!
Superhero Day.
It's a superhero.
It's Superman.
Spider-Man.
April 28th, National Superhero Day honors superheroes, both real and fictional.
So are you ready to get started? Yeah.
Yeah, good morning. It's National Superheroes Day. It's Monday, April 28th, 2025. Welcome to it. I'm Andrew Z. Demetrius Nicodemus. Kelly Latz, the Princess of Property from Howard Hanna Realty. Good morning. Good morning. So if you could pick any superhero, which would it be? I mean, I think for me it's obvious. It would be Superman, right? That's the most obvious one. Is it not?
Wow. In this day and age, really?
What do you mean?
You're going to go with the illegal immigrant? That is how we're rolling.
Didn't think of that one.
Like, he got no papers. He got no card.
He would not be around long.
For asylum. Like,
yeah, you're right. He wouldn't be around long.
I'm going Captain America.
Of course.
Super safe. Especially now since he's black.
Yeah. Wow, that just lined up perfect for
Yep.
you.
I know.
What about you there, Kelly?
I'm not a superhero. I'm more like a Catwoman.
I'm
I'm a
Catwoman.
villain. I'm a villain.
Catwoman. All right. I like Catwoman. It's an interesting one. So let me ask you a question. Let's say three of us. Let's say someone is going to. Let's say Steven, since he's not here. Let's say Steven.
It must be Monday.
It is Monday.
Oh my gosh, he's making it true.
Every Monday. So let's say Steven, he calls in. This isn't happening. I'm just saying it's a what if sees. He says, "Hey, I'm gonna stop by McDonald's, and I'm gonna stop by McDonald's. And what's your guys' order?
Breakfast or lunch?"
And we say it's lunch. So let's say we get 3 of the $5 meals and make it easy. 3 $5 meals. Get you a burger.
I don't know. Yeah.
What are those?
What?
Yeah.
Oh my, that's the best deal on the menu. You get a burger or McChicken. You get 4 nuggets. You get fries and a drink, all for $5. Friggin' deal.
That's the Wendy's $5 biggie bag.
Is it?
That's been around forever. Way to jump on the wagon there, McDonald's.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. By the way, someone did say they want to be the Flash. If they could pick any superhero, the Flash.
See,
that's a weird one.
I guess if you want to get places quickly.
I know,
but I just think that just makes you like, if you can run fast, it just makes you leave later.
That's our buddy
like,
Tim.
If I know I'm gonna get there real quick, then I'm gonna watch a couple more minutes of NYPD Blue.
Right. That's our buddy Tim from DHL. Says a lot about him. He doesn't agree with anything.
Like 4 humps and you're done.
I totally like the old the song for Flash, the theme song.
There's a theme song for Flash?
Yeah. I don't even want to do it because I can't.
Please. I'm almost positive that was the guy humming it in your ear while he was throwing it in you.
Oh my gosh. What the hell? It's Monday. No, it's like I can't even do it. Please Google it. I'll Google it. It's so cool.
See, now here's another one. Someone said Thor.
He's hot.
But he's a god. I don't know if he qualifies.
Sure he does.
I mean, certainly he has.
Flash
Gordon. By the way,
Flash Gordon. That's Flash Gordon. That's Queen. That's Flash. Gordon. That's a different movie. Honey.
I like
Holy
it.
shit.
So it said at least at nearly the speed of light, everyone else is standing still. Time dilation is great. Dilation? Dilation?
Once again, why are you trying to be everywhere first?
I don't know.
It only works out for iPhone drops, tickets, and Nikes.
All right, so here we go. So getting you a $5 meal or whatever. And we forget to let's say we forget to give you the drink. Okay. We're going to tell you what the drink is. And then they get to the window. For some reason, we can't connect on a drink. What is the go-to drink order? Like, what are you going to get? If you're just guessing, you don't know what they want. You're getting food for them. They didn't tell you what drink they wanted. Coke? What about you, Kelly? What do you just
Coke
get?
Or Sprite?
I totally know you guys. So I'd get you a Sprite. I would get you a Diet Coke.
Uh-huh.
And I would
let's say you didn't know it. Let's say you were strangers.
You're working the window. It's day one, right? Kelly. It's day one on the window. You've gotten 3 $5 bag orders back to back. Bang, bang, bang. And now, but you don't see drink orders. What do you do? What drink do you naturally just reflexively go back to hand to them?
Well, I mean, Coke, I guess, but I would give them a Dr. Pepper because they need some
Dr.
spice
Pepper?
in their life.
Dr. Pepper, who does? So,
Dr. Pepper is
you're guaranteeing a trip back into the store.
Yeah, you know.
You are told.
Maybe I lighted their world. Maybe I introduced them to something great.
Look, I did not come into McDonald's to have an epiphany. I came in to get my fucking Coke.
So here's the bottom line is that Demetrius went a step too far with the worker, but basically, so Colleen, there were a couple friends over of Colleen's. And a friend was over, and her husband went and grabbed McDonald's. We said $3-5 meals, and didn't give the drink order. So he just picked the drinks.
Good for him.
And he brought back 3 sweet teas.
Okay,
that's an odd one to me. I thought, because who would if you didn't know someone's drink order, I would go Coke.
Right.
That's the generic.
That's
the
generic.
Sweet teas is an odd. That was an odd
you know
one.
What? That's a flex. That was him. That was the flex.
What do you mean?
He's like, I'm buying, you're drinking what I fucking picked. That is what it is. You were like 3 $5 bags, and he was like, oh, they were quick with their order. All right, now everybody's drinking sweet tea.
I know.
Yeah,
it was a weird one. So I just thought I was like, I don't think that's normal or nope. I think that's not normal. I think that's nope. To just your go-to when you don't know is the sweet tea. I mean, everyone goes. By the way, someone did say a great choice, Kelly, Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
And you, I watched a whole review. Yeah. I watched a whole.
I like my choice of Dr. Pepper.
It's Monday.
I watched a whole review.
Getting likes.
She is getting likes. I watched a whole review of someone saying. Doing a review of the Sprite at McDonald's. Man, McDonald's drinks, they just hit different, man. McDonald's fountain drinks are the shit. They really are.
But they're different. But they are different.
Yeah.
Like even the formula is different.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought it was the bigger straw, the ice. They use like a certain water that's different.
McDonald's has their own
formula,
own Coke mixture that Coca-Cola pushes out to them. Absolutely.
I didn't know that. Yes. I know, right? I don't know that one. We need to. Someone needs to verify that one. Where's Doug?
Trust but verify.
I was thinking the ice too. I think it was something about that.
Well, they use special water. I mean, I know for sure they use special water. They say that
But my idea of a different mixture because the water's different.
Maybe they put vanilla in the ice.
No, but I know for sure the water's different. I've never heard that the formula is different.
Where's the water from? That
on
makes
the internet.
I
saw it on the internet.
What makes the water different?
Why is McDonald's soda better than all others? So we're gonna find out now.
Set the tone for your computer.
Here we go. Coke. The taste difference is not just in your head, and it is attributed to the fast food chain's high turnover, which means the ingredients in the soda machine are refilled more often, resulting in deliciously tasting Coke every time. That's one reason they're going through a lot. Gold standard water filtration. No matter what McDonald's you go to, the Coke will always taste the same. That's because McDonald's filtration system is top tier. McDonald's filters its water before they add it to the soda fountain, so it guarantees your Coke will always fresh taste, even if the water is not great quality. So
you know what that is? Culligan.
You think? It could be.
I don't know.
All right. So high quality water, syrup to water ratio. McDonald's uses specific syrup to water ratio that's adjusted to account for the melting of ice, ensuring a consistent flavor even as the drink warms. Temperature control. McDonald's pre-chills the syrup and water before they enter the fountain dispenser, helping to maintain a high level of carbonation and a crisp, refreshing taste. Wider straws. McDonald's uses the slightly wider straw, which they claim help deliver a more full-flavored experience. And specialized syrup delivery. They have it delivered in a stainless steel tanks instead of like the plastic bags. That started back in 1955. It preserves the freshness and ensures the syrup is in optimal condition. That's going through it. They do a lot, man. You got to give them credit.
Ice cream machines to work,
right?
Right.
Oh, but man, that is a lot going on there with the water. No one, I mean, with the drink, no wonder it tastes so good. Someone said Dr. Pepper with Burger King, and why don't Taco Bell serve orange pop? Remember Mandarin orange slice? Nothing beats orange and Mexican.
Oh my God, Mandarin orange slice.
I don't know. I don't know if I remember that.
You don't remember
Whatever.
Mandarin orange slice?
No.
Oh,
Is it good?
So good.
Is it?
Whatever.
Is it
happens-
gone?
Is slice gone?
I thought
Is
they
it
brought it back.
Is it just Sprite and
Yeah, pretty much.
that? What do they call it now?
I don't know. I feel like it's
Starry.
Oh, maybe.
I don't know, man.
I want to say it came back, don't you? I mean,
I've never seen a bottle of slice anywhere.
A bottle of slice. I don't know.
They just took it from us.
It just
Why are we trying to bring back the woolly mammoth when we need slice?
I don't know. I didn't know I needed slice until right now, and I'm like, maybe I do need
See?
slice in my life. I don't know. All right. Anyway, let's get into the news. There is so much to do. Enough of this. You know, we did foolishness, but now we've got real shit to do. We can't be going foolishness all day. It's not how. That's not how the you have to have the meal before you have the dessert. You have to eat the veggies before you get your ice cream.
It's very funny that you say that.
Why?
Because yesterday I had 4 cheesecake bites right before I ate my sandwich. And then
Who does that?
exactly. And after I ate my sandwich, I was just like, in retrospect, I probably should have put off those cheesecake bites till afterwards.
Yeah, very irresponsible.
Because I really wanted sweetness after that.
So my girlfriend always orders dessert first.
Really?
She does. She's so weird. She orders dessert first, and if she eats a dessert and she's full, she don't eat anything else. But she's like, I always want to have dessert, so I
my
eat it
God.
first. And it's the weirdest thing.
That
It's
is
like her
genius.
appetizer.
So at a restaurant, she will order the dessert first.
Yes, she will.
And then will she order a meal at the same time or not
No,
even order the meal?
She eats the dessert first, and it's like her appetizer. If she's hungry, then she'll order some
That's
more.
genius.
If she's not, she does not eat.
Why do you say it's
anything more.
genius?
That is just- you guarantee you got room for dessert.
Yeah, that's all she cares
Yeah.
about.
How
She is
often-
like 100 pounds wet too,
Uh-huh.
so it's ridiculous.
Like, how
but-
often have you had a server come to your table after a big ass meal and she's like, "So, anybody here?
The
in
same
the mood
room?
for no," and you're like, "No."
I know.
It said, look at slices here. Real fizz, real flavor, slice in some bold new flavors as well. Wow, look at that.
So it hasn't gone away.
No, apparently not.
Just in Ohio,
I don't know.
we want our slice of slice.
But it's several different flavors now. So I don't know. Oh, here's and some sort of orange, just orange slice. I don't know. It doesn't say mandarin orange, but it does say orange slice. So, all right, let's get into the news. The news: a pedestrian suffers life-threatening injuries in a crash. Driver was arrested. They say that he's walking across the 5,000 block of Monroe Street when a 59-year-old driver struck them just after midnight on April 27th. The pedestrian suffered life-threatening injuries and was taken to the area hospital for treatment. The pedestrian's identity was not released. Life-threatening, does that mean they're not dead? That means it's something that could kill them at some point, maybe, or something. The 59-year-old driver,
He's just waking up like, "I'm gonna kill you."
the
Oh my
59-year-old
God, this car is threatening.
59-year-old driver Julie Yakum was arrested for violating a law regarding stopping after accidents.
Did you hit some? The biggest compulsion you have to fight as somebody who hits somebody in a car
Mhm.
is stopping. You have to stop. Like, people just are afraid and they drive.
It's light.
Like, boom.
So it's a great idea because I'm always full for dessert. I'm going to start ordering dessert first.
I'm gonna start a
become a thing.
trend.
Become a thing. Becoming a thing, rather. All right. So anyway, man living in a house set to be demolished was so funny. It was so funny.
Because this dude, right?
Well, he was flinging bags of human feces.
He'd been terrorizing this neighborhood for like 2 years.
Really?
Right? Yeah. Just he would put on like a ski mask and take a broomstick to neighbors' yards and just start pounding the shit out of their property. He was leaving feces and bags of urine all over the place. And the house, so everybody in the neighborhood thought they just had this mean ass neighbor.
Right.
and they called the cops, and then they showed up to knock the house down, right? But they found this dude in the house, so they just called it off. Nobody even said anything to him. They were like, "There's somebody living here. We can't knock it down." So they left, and they left this dude in the house.
Did he didn't own the house? He was a squatter?
No, he was a squatter.
What if he came out as they came to demolish it? What are you doing?
Yes,
come on, helm.
Like,
you must leave now. Oh, okay. There's some dude living there.
Clearly, we got the wrong address.
Well, yeah, mark it off the list and move on.
And I guess he had like a medical emergency or something, and the cops took him, and he just never came back to the house. And so now all these residents in this neighborhood, for this guy who was terrorizing them, are very concerned about where he is. They're like, he was an ass, but he was a person too,
right? They said,
and we should really be concerned about where this dude is disappeared.
They said they haven't seen him in months. I said, I quote, "I thought he was with family or someone or somebody, or moved. Everybody else thinks he's moved, but we don't know where he's at." He has since disappeared. There's no more bright yellow litter in the street, and they miss his litter, they miss his urine, they miss his feces.
Oh
where did he go?
It's spring, it's growing season for the flowers.
we need
that feces.
So what ended up happening to the guy? We still don't know.
They don't know. He's just disappeared.
Oh. Well, maybe he just left. Like, I don't know, why is everyone so concerned about him? You were so worried. He didn't live there. He was a squatter. He was terrorizing you, and he just left. And now you're worried about who cares where he went? You don't have to worry about him anymore.
You know the devil, you know.
What?
You know,
so weird. That's just a weird story to me all the way around. I don't understand it.
Man, how do you get electricity?
I don't know. I remember one time we moved from a house to another house when I was a kid, and my mom, we moved, and then so they turned the electricity off at the house, but no one had moved into the old house yet. So I had a big old rager there, like a huge rager. Dude, my mom was so pissed because they destroyed the house. But the person had moved in, and we, in the middle of the night, we took an extension cord to the neighbor's house to plug in. We had a DJ, we had kegs. It was nutso.
You were such a little bug.
Oh, I was horrible.
Extension cord.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Maybe he was doing that.
Like when we were teenagers, we used to just turn the electricity back on in the house.
How do you do that?
You know well, you can't do it now anymore. But back
I wish I would have known.
I didn't know that.
In the old school days, those meters.
Yeah.
And it has a little gray lock on it. And I'm telling you, can't do this today. But we would go to abandoned homes and take that meter off, because basically what it was a huge plug, and they would have plastic covers on the inside of those meters that kept it from getting power to the house. So you took those off, and then you slapped that bitch back in there and put the gray hook back in it and lock. And so the house had power until, the electric.
Aren't you worried about the finding out?
Wasn't our house.
Oh my God, that would have changed my life growing up.
What do you mean it wasn't your house?
It wasn't
the same with the
wasn't
trailer.
Our house.
Same with the trailer. Oh my gosh, we would have had electricity if I would have known that.
I mean, it's theft of power.
Yeah,
I could have curled my hair.
You could have, but we would throw parties at abandoned homes and turn.
Oh, so you never did it at your house? You just did it at random houses?
Yeah.
Oh, because you did it at your own house, that'd be scary.
Yeah, my mom had a job.
It's interesting because my uncle, he's in a wheelchair, so he gets they send the van or whatever to whatever, and so, but for the last year he's been living in assisted living because he's been through some health issues or whatever. So a couple weeks ago he was able to go back to my mom's house. Well, my mom lives in Perrysburg Township, and Perrysburg City is across the street. So her neighbor across the street is Perrysburg. She's Perrysburg Township. And they
shake their fists at each other.
Yeah, exactly. And then but the assisted living place is on the side of the street opposite my mom in Perrysburg, on the other side of the street where he lived at one point, and now he lives back at my mom's house. So the service won't go to my mom's house anymore, because it takes like 2 months before they process paperwork. So he's like stuck at the house like a prisoner. So they just called and put the address of the assisted living place in, and then so they went pick him up yesterday, and they just walked across the street and just got in the van. But she's like, there's no. It's otherwise it's $80 one way. It's
yeah,
like,
that's wrong.
I know you're like stuck. He didn't do anything wrong. He's supposed to be. He's disabled. He's completely in a wheelchair. So he had to walk across the street. They were scared though that they were gonna get in trouble because then they showed up after and he called. So the driver called the place and said, "Hey, your resident's not outside yet." He's like, "You don't live here no more." But they had just showed up at the exact same time. He just rolled up into the van and all was good. But
It's like meeting the mailman at somebody else's
Oh
house.
my God.
Like, I got a letter being delivered here. I know it doesn't match the name of the residence.
But it's ridiculous because he's eligible and he's gonna get it. But like until then, he's supposed to be stuck for 2 months.
Yes.
It's crazy. Anyway, a man who threatened to kill the family of the suspect accused of killing his father has been sentenced to probation. It seems like some atrocities lately in this area. They've been getting probation, like stuff that you're like, wow, how did they get broke into someone's house and threatened to kill him? You're like, oh, it's probation. Clearly.
What about the woman that stabbed the guy?
Yeah, probation.
She's probation.
Because they're finally getting the whole story.
What do you mean?
That is why people are getting probation.
Probation.
Some of these, like the headlines sound horrific, but you
They
sit in the
do.
room, you're like, wow, that was stabbable. That was clearly stabbable probation.
According to court records, he was seen behind the family's house, pointing a gun at the residents, threatening them, and probation.
They killed his dad.
I know, but
So he's emotionally charged.
I know. Well, you always say that's the thing is like you see someone that killed your family member in a court. If you charge them, I mean, you don't really want to charge the dad. Let's say it's a dad. You don't want to charge the dad because he's just emotional.
And you
But we
end up
can't-
you're giving him what he wants. He ends up in the same cell with that dude.
Yeah. Caught on camera, a restaurant staff sprang into action to save a woman in cardiac arrest. You guys see this video? Danny's Cafe workers were saving a life or death situation when a customer went into cardiac arrest on Friday. The employee received their CPR certifications just one day before the incident. And Billy Kibbe, he's the safety manager that the staff responded to. So he was having a heart attack, and they did, or I don't know,
Probably saw his bill.
and employees did their CPR, saved this man's life. It's amazing. So anyway, Danny's is pretty proud about that, and they've done a great thing. Speaking of Danny's, I saw an ad on Facebook, and I was fine with it, but tell me if you read into the same thing that I read into it. Let me pull it up here.
I'm gonna go with no.
I took a screenshot of it.
I'm gonna go heavy on the no.
Here it is. So this is from Danny's in Rossford. It says, smells incredible down here in the safe, clean streets of historic Rossford. Now, I take that as a shot at Toledo. Do you not? And I do it because Kelly said that her son now will go to Rossford and go to Danny's and not deal with downtown. And to me, why would you put in there the safe, clean streets of historic Rossford? To me, that's a shot at Toledo. Is it not? Do you not read that into that?
I do not.
You don't.
That's clearly a shot at Perrysburg.
yeah, sure.
Like, we all know.
So the reason Paul goes to Danny's is because his dad lives in Belmont, and he'll stay it's like 5 minutes away from him.
Uh-huh.
So like Toledo, he's driving, and he's probably not, probably not sober. So
But that is a shot at Toledo, obviously.
yes,
The safe, clean streets of
Yes.
Rossford. Of course it is. Shots fired.
I understand that people think it is, but all that translates to me as not fun.
You want to be?
Really?
You have to be on. You have to be on dirty, unsafe streets.
I need to be a little bit dirty and a little unsafe. Like,
so ironically, I've never been there at night.
Where?
Danny's.
I haven't either, man. Everyone's talking about that. Man.
Everybody
That's turned into a party spot. They've got billboards up now. They're saving people. They had that guy have a heart attack on purpose just to get publicity. It's crazy. That'd be a great publicity stunt. All right, you fall over.
Price is so low it'll give you a heart attack.
Dude, you're not using that in an ad next week.
Yep.
In the clean,
He picks up his bill. How is it this cheap? Danny's. It ain't downtown.
and it's smooth.
It smells good.
I'm sorry. It's just I don't know. I don't know if that's I don't know why they're trying to bring all those people. Rossford is not a party city. Like, stop. I understand Miami has left the building and doesn't want to be considered a spring break town.
Right.
But Rossford,
the next one?
like, you guys are going to pick up the party scene.
I mean,
That's
they
the
are.
thing.
They are.
So-
They got the youngins. They got my age.
But it's not Rossford. It's just Danny's. Like,
It's
they're not
just
going
Danny's.
from Danny's to da 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 to da da
Well,
da.
Moe's. I mean,
Oh,
I would eat
Tuesday.
at Moe's.
Moe's.
I
Oh
would
yeah,
eat at Moe's.
Demetrius goes to Moe's every Tuesday. Why do you go
Every
to?
Tuesday.
Why do you go there? on Tuesday?
Taco Tuesday, baby. It is
Are they
Taco
cheap? Or are they
Tuesday.
delicious?
I like
Or what are
their
they?
cheeseburgers at Moe's. They have a good cheeseburger.
I wouldn't know. I only go on Mexican Tuesday.
Tuesday. So what is it? Are they like dollar tacos or free
Yeah.
tacos, or were they dollar?
I think they're like $1.75 or something.
That's not
like
that cheap.
Shut up. You charge $17 for a fucking burger. Stop.
With fries, motherfucker.
Ooh.
And it's
Queso?
it's 16 and queso. Someone said last time I was at Danny's 3.5 weeks ago, they were saving a baby kitten in the tree. And then 3 days later, they helped deliver my wife's newborn in the bathroom. See?
Which was weird because we were at home. They were like, "We're Danny's. We're here to help."
They just start showing up to save people.
Danny's ambulance.
Oh my God. Emerson, the longtime fixture at the Toledo Zoo, has died at 80. He was a tortoise, I think.
Oh my gosh.
So
we
young.
Loved him.
Really?
Yeah, tortoises
Yeah.
live a long time. Did he have tortoise cancer?
I don't know. This
Like,
zoo
was he
announced,
living a hard life?
the zoo announced Friday that Emerson was 80, was euthanized after several years battling heart disease. Heart disease is a mother, man.
Yeah.
It takes you.
Emerson, like,
At the-
sit down and let me tell you about when the zoo was just a box.
Right?
When people just used to walk by me for $1.
80 years.
I remember I was the first zoo animal. Then they brought in a zebra.
Former patients are having
Taking
patients
good jobs from American horses.
make the zoo great again.
Yeah. Nothing but American animals, but no black bears or brown. Just white polar bears.
Polar bears. We got a giant polar bear exhibit right
We're
there.
coloring in the stripes on the zebras to make everything just all white penguins.
All right. Former patients having issues getting records from their old St. Luke's hospital. It's been closed for years, but some patients, well, yeah, it's not there.
I know. Welcome to trying to get your high school transcripts when your high school closes.
Did it happen to you?
Oh my God, bro. When you like, when they're like, we need and you're just like, okay, so who do I call? And you're like, the Board of Education. The Board of Education's like, what? You went to where? Hold on, let me find that box.
What school? DeVilbiss? Was it
Yeah.
DeVilbiss? Oh. Well, so they transfer all those obviously to a central, to the district. It takes care of all your records, I'm guessing, right? So, what about if you medical records? Where do those go?
They say that you can get them on a link on their webpage.
These people say they can't get them though. They're having problems.
Well, old people.
Yeah.
You're asking them to click on a link. We've
I
been
know, it's
telling them
bullshit.
forever to stop clicking on links.
Yeah. They're all dangerous. And they,
Everything's dangerous. Click on that one. What the fuck?
you told me not to. See, that's the thing. You can't delineate from what's a good link, what's a bad link. If you've been saying, "Hey, scammers, nothing you don't know," blah 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 blah. Well, Toledo is a top destination for home buyers, Kelly, on a budget, according to a new report. It says Toledo is the top destination for home buyers, particularly those looking for homes on a budget. It's a surprise to some, they say. But Kelly, you know that, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's why we get. Is that why they get all these foreign investors? It's
Yes.
easy for them to.
Yeah.
Someone said Libby's the same way. It's torn down. It's hard to get records for Libby too. Officials plan lucky water testing following the Toledo Blade report on radioactive water in Lucky.
Not so lucky.
In Ohio EPA and Ohio Department of Health crews will get water samples from the Eastwood local school buildings and the Pemberville library locations next week because of radioactive water.
Why don't they just wait until it gets dark, then turn the faucet on, and when it's light?
I knew there was something going on in Lucky. I mean, when I was doing those food truck Fridays out there, something just didn't seem right with those people. I'm kidding. It's a joke. It's a joke. People are fine. PGSU students are providing free cybersecurity tests for small businesses to help protect against cyber attacks. It's kind of cool. It's designed by a computer science student to help protect small businesses against cybersecurity. So, and they're offering that as a free service if you contact, I guess, BGSU Business Department.
Just let students figure it out on your computers. That's the equivalent of taking your kid to barber college. What are you doing? These guys are training. They haven't even gotten their licenses yet. And then you can't get mad when your computer just starts farting.
Hey, John, how do you have so much beer money? Because I did a bunch of cybersecurity tests. They're so stupid. I was able to take so much money from them. It's all in crypto.
Do you feel the need to just take Steven's spot?
With bad jokes?
Random.
Hey, cybersecurity here. Let me hit your bank statements. Stop. This one to me is insane. Fucking sane. 3 young children. This is the fuck story of the day, actually. The fuck. 3 young children with U.S. citizenship. These are U.S. children born in the United States of goddamn America, including a 4-year-old boy with stage 4 cancer. Were all kidnapped by ICE and deported to Honduras with their mothers last week, according to the family's lawyers. So here's what the administration says. Well, we didn't deport the kids that were American citizens. We deported the parents and we deported the mothers and let the kids go with them. We deported the kids with the parents. The parents weren't legal. They had to go. And we just sent the kids with them. But you've deported, like, I thought we were going after criminals, not mothers with kids of stage 4 cancer. We're going after fucking criminals. Like, what is going on? The fuck?
I want to say thank you to the administration for finally allowing parents to have a legitimate threat when we go, if you don't clean up your fucking room, we will deport you.
We will call ICE.
Like, I have 4 examples of the government taking children now.
2 years old, 4-year-olds, just get them out of here. Born in America. And here's another one. Wisconsin Judge Hannah Dugan was arrested by FBI on Friday for allegedly helping an undocumented immigrant avoid arrest. The Trump administration is trying to intimidate the judiciary, is what some are saying. I think they're trying to send messages. So they arrested a judge. What happened was, there's 2 sides to the story, but basically ICE was there to get this guy. And they said that, all right, well, you can't do it in the courtroom. You got to do it outside. And then she let him go out a separate door that only jurors go through usually, or employees or whatever. So she let them go out there to circumvent ICE. And the ICE ended up catching the guy anyway. And then they arrested the judge. She says she will be exonerated, obviously. Yeah. She says that. President Trump wasted no time advancing his legislative agenda upon taking office, and Americans aren't really happy about it. 100 days in office, a new poll shows a concerning trend for the president. Approval down on key issues. These are historic lows. Like, no president's ever been this low at this point in their presidency. Economy, immigration, which is supposed to be his thing. Diversity, majorities disapproving of his importance in all those areas. So, but they're not showing buyer's remorse. All the people voted for him. Only 6% say they think it was the wrong decision. They don't like any of the stuff. But man, they sure love that Trump. They love that guy. It's crazy. 2 people have been arrested in connection with the DHS Secretary Kristi Noem's Gucci handbag on Easter Sunday. Noem described the prime suspect, who's in custody in Washington, D.C., as a career criminal who has been in our country legally for years. Did you guys watch any of the Pope's funeral on Saturday morning, 4 a.m.?
I did not.
No?
I just watched the highlights.
Did you on Sports Center?
Yep.
On Pope Center?
Yep. The top 10. Like ESPN's top 10 sports Pope moments.
I was
Him dunking on Kobe. It was crazy.
I was at church yesterday because my daughter had confirmation. And so we had a little get together afterwards, for some food, and one of the fathers was at the thing, and was having a heart to heart, me and him. And I said, "Hey, did you watch the Pope's funeral?" And he said he woke up at 3:30, set an alarm. He said he fell asleep about 3:50 though, and he just kind of was in and out, watched a little bit of it. But here's the interesting thing is I told him, have you seen Secession? Or no, I'm sorry, have you seen Conclave? Have you seen Conclave? He goes, "No, I don't really want to watch that." I'm like, "Why, Father?" He goes, "Well," he says, "it's just too political, and it's too," he goes, I don't think it's like that." He goes, "I really don't."
Ooh,
And he goes, and if it is, he goes, it's so dramatic for effect to sell tickets that just a bunch of cardinals praying and loving each other wouldn't sell tickets. So they have to make up this, and it is super political. The movie's super political.
Well, the process is super political.
Well,
Yeah,
but
they're not doing this out of the
Father's saying he's not. It's not.
It
I
definitely
don't.
is.
I mean, I love that he says so.
It's so cute.
I love his faith.
Yeah.
It's his faith.
It is
I mean,
his
what do you
faith.
expect? So we had an interesting conversation.
But there is,
about that.
do you know there is a cardinal in the running for new pope whose name loosely translated into English is Pizza Dance.
Oh.
No, really?
Yeah, Cardinal Pizza Dance. And I can't wait.
Is he American? Is he American?
No, he's Italian.
Oh, he's Italian. Cardinal Pizza Dance.
Like, I can't wait for Father Slice.
Is he American?
Mozzarella.
I can't believe she's.
Why is that funny?
It's so funny.
Why is that funny?
She's laughing at your ignorance.
Why? Why?
She's so mean.
I
Yeah,
know.
he's not mean.
She is mean. Well, I don't understand. There is a cardinal from America that's in the running.
Is there?
Yeah, Father Tobin, Tobin, or Cardinal Tobin rather. I don't know. We'll see. Did you see my handicapping of it?
No.
Oh man, it was funny.
No, was it?
It was.
Yeah.
Hold on.
When somebody says
Should I pull it up?
probably isn't.
Should I pull it up?
No, don't.
You don't want to see it? You don't want to hear it? Hold on. There's some funny. There's some funny lines in
Thank
here. dude.
God, this is the only part of your personality that is aggressive.
What's that?
You're you don't want to hear it. And
You
I'm
wanna-
gonna continue.
What's the
hold on.
song?
What you don't
Wanna hear it?
What?
Want to hear it? Yes,
like
you do.
honestly, thank God sexually you're easily to tell no to. But I don't want to. What you don't
You want it?
Want to hear it? Here
no,
we go.
I said no. Why are you still
There's some
taking
great
your
lines.
pants off? What are
Here
you
you go.
doing?
Here you go.
There's some great lines. It's funny.
Here you go. It's the where the miters meet mayhem, and one walks away with the keys to the kingdom. Also, a very large balcony.
UAI.
This
Oh
one,
my
this one is
God.
great. This was great here. So Bishop Tobin from USA, the flashy rookie from the States, young, hungry, and already racking up impressive Jesus cracker distribution numbers. We're talking Eucharist efficiency rating of 98.6. His sermons, TED Talks with a crucifix. Plus, he's been known to dunk and baptize in the same motion. Could be the dark horse, especially if the Holy Spirit shows up as his sixth man.
Oh my God.
It's like written
Did
in the
you
March
really write
Madness.
this?
It's written in the March Madness
Or did
form.
you just take this off the internet?
I didn't know. No, I did not take it off.
AI,
AI helped me.
Yeah.
It helped me. But it's
I
funny.
can't.
See, you guys are just haters. You know that's damn funny. Come on. A crucifix. Oh man, you're a TED Talk with a crucifix. Come on, it's hysterical.
Genius.
Former U.S. Representative George Santos was was sentenced to over 7 years in prison for federal wire fraud and identity theft. There's a Japanese town in a population with a shrinking population. So what the town is doing is they're placing puppets all over town to help with loneliness. Yeah, hold on. It's shrinking population, human-sized puppets all around
Oh
town.
hell no.
Human-sized puppets around.
Hell no.
Here you go. Here, listen.
Ichinono, Japan sits regally wedged between mountains an hour and a half west of Kyoto. Its listed population just shy of 50. But if it seems like more, it's for good reason. The village comes embroidered with 40 lifelike puppets.
Nope.
In the middle of town, on a playground, pedaling off toward the woods.
Pedaling off towards the woods.
It's lonely here. Back in my day, the village was full of kids.
Shinichi Moriyama is the town puppet master, overseeing the making and then scattering of dolls throughout Ichinono.
Ichinono.
Depopulating village.
You say it's
That's what Josie used to say when she was little. Ichinono. Don't scratch it, baby.
lonely here. Are the puppets a way to make things a little less lonely?
Puppets are no substitute for people, of course, but making them cheers us up.
I just got a text in. What kind of Stephen King fresh hell is that?
Bro.
The puppets all over talking to you. Depending on where the puppet master is, I guess. I don't know. What else? Snake landed in a woman's margarita at a restaurant in Virginia.
How big was that glass?
Right? A woman says that she was sitting there drinking her margarita, and then from the sky, a snake just right into her glass. Here you go.
I leaned in to take a sip, and I noticed that something hit me on the forehead, and I looked at my husband like, "What was that?" And when I turned around,
she was like, "Not in public." And he was like, "I swear to God, baby, it was a snake." And she's like, "You said that last time when we were at Applebee's."
Bradley, stop.
People don't like you pulling it out and hitting me in the face with it.
Like, what was that? And when I turned around, I saw the snake in my margarita. And I just jumped away from the bar at that point. It was moving. It started wrapping around my straw. They grabbed a stick trying to get it. And I was just like,
how big's the straw or how little's the snake?
The snake is little.
It's wrapping around her straw.
Just like her man.
Yeah. He was like, whoo, thank God that snake fell in there.
Stick trying to get it. And I was just like, please don't let it go in my purse. Another man that was having dinner on the other side of the bar came and he grabbed it and took it out. I left shaking, like I was traumatized.
I remember living in Tucson for a year. You know, in Tucson, you have to check your shoes before you put them on because scorpions tend to go in your shoes. So you had to like check the shoes. And then my ex was at work one day at the news station, and she called. She's like, there is a fucking rattlesnake under my desk. They ended up having to call the fire department because there was a legit giant rattlesnake under her desk.
Wow.
Scary as hell, man. I never had any problems with Tucson. I loved it. Just other than the snake.
And the Scorpios.
And the Scorpios, yes. All those people born in, I don't know, May or whenever the fuck Scorpios are born. Where's Janet when I need her? You know Scorpios often climb into your shoes in the middle of the night. Chad, are you in my shoe? Damn Scorpios. Yesterday it was Libras.
The world's first sperm race happened in LA on Friday night. We told you about it. That was a student from USC going up against a student from UCLA. People wagered a combined $329,000 on the site polymarket.com. Basically, they built a little track for sperm, and you put your sperms in there, and whoever gets to the end first, here is the final race with the USC winning.
Ladies and gentlemen, is to determine a champion. One more time, UCLA on top, USC at the bottom. This is for all the marbles. Send the swimmers through the finish line. Oh my God. And this looks like a tighter race. They're neck and neck. Tristan with a slight lead there. And we'll see how they make it through these turns now. Remember, that big ball is the halfway marker. Sometimes having more swimmers doesn't mean that they're faster. These are head-to-head. We might have a photo finish. This is going to do it. Tristan Milker explodes through the finish line. USC wins.
Dude, they're
Explodes.
going crazy. They're going crazy. Sperm races.
Head to head. An explosion through the finish line.
Oh my God. They know what they're doing. They're saying.
Are you pleased with your broadcast journalism degree when this is the job that you get out of school, and you got to tell your parents, you're like, hey, what are you doing?
Dude,
I'm calling races. Ooh, NASCAR? No, not NASCAR.
No.
Horse? No. Like truck? No. Like dirt buggy? Kinda. What races are you calling? Sperm races? Like whales? No. Dolphins? Nah. Like, things that you used to wash out of my socks.
Oh my gosh.
In 2025, though, I mean, a paycheck,
how good is your eyesight?
A paycheck is a paycheck. I'm guessing.
I don't know. Are you cashing your cum money?
Yes.
Hey, when's payday coming?
Does that make him like a lady killer? I mean, are ladies like, ooh, your sperm
was the fastest
sperm ever?
That's the guy who's not getting laid,
right? Because
I need the dude with the slow shit that like is so dumb, tries to fertilize everything around it. That's not DA.
Right. Our friend in Key West said they down there they have vibrator races. They just put them like on a table, I guess, and fire them up. And
you just put one in and see where it goes.
A man offers a vodka spritz to deputies in the middle of a chase. Guy in Florida trying to outrun the cops and offered one of them a drink of his vodka spritz as he drove by. Here's the moment that he offered the drink. Some of the pursuit and officers catching and hitting him with a taser.
Stop. I'm gonna give you a drink. That's it. Show me your hands now! Get on the ground now! Get on the ground! Put your hands on your back! You guys have fun, all right?
Got his ass. See now.
Riveting.
Someone said, imagine now if I was the Flash and it was in the sperm races.
That would be an unfair advantage.
That would be, sir.
I've won the race 17 times before you even got out of the gate.
What is the exact age when your unhealthy habits start to catch up with you? They have found the age, according to researchers, whether it's smoking, drinking, not exercising, bad health problems, as they start to trigger. 36. 36 is the age. Yeah, you got to turn that shit around. Yeah, before you get my age, you got to turn that shit around. A woman in China claims she got oral herpes. You know how much we love karaoke in this town, right? People love karaoke in this town. Well, woman in China claims she got oral herpes from holding a karaoke mic too close to her mouth.
That's what she told her husband. Don't believe that.
No?
Don't believe that. Not at all.
A town in Massachusetts found that a woodpecker had damaged over 20 vehicles in one area. Here she is talking about catching the bird in the act. One of the people whose cars got.
We seem to have a vandal in our neighborhood. I'm describing him as, 18 to 24 inches tall, wearing black and white with a red hat. The woodpecker showed up and landed on the windshield wipers of the RV in our yard and was looking at his reflection. And we're like, you know what? I bet he was the one that damaged the mirrors as well.
Yeah, he
18 to 24 inches tall. You ever seen a 2 foot tall woodpecker? That is not a woodpecker.
It'd be more like 10 to 12 inches, wouldn't it?
That is a crazy ass, big ass bird. You had a condor land on your car. That was not a woodpecker. That's a pterodactyl.
A radio station in Australia is facing heat after fans figured out they'd been using an AI host for 6 months. People are angry that they weren't at least upfront about it. So she'd been hosting the show for 6 months and she was AI.
I think that's gonna happen more and more.
I know.
So crazy,
dude. I've been using it a lot lately, and the things that it can do are really just the things it can do instantly are just.
I mean, I asked it to create a logo for me, and it did.
No way.
Yeah.
Which one do you use?
I use
ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Like you pay for you use the free version, and it create a logo for you.
They did.
Oh,
I didn't
wow.
use it. I have somebody else working on it for me. But yeah, I was like, I just out of curiosity,
Mhm.
and I asked them for because I'm kind of branding. I started a team, a real estate team. So I'm ready to. I need new branding and everything. So they gave me like all this.
Did you not like any of them though?
Yeah, I mean, actually, the one part of it I used.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, in sports, the guy. Did you hear about this? The guy who prank called Shedeur Sanders. Now, you guys remember Deion Sanders? He's an NFL legend. He coaches for Colorado. Well, his son was in the draft this weekend, and one of the surprises was he didn't go in the first round. He didn't go till the 5th round, like 140 picks in, 145 picks, something like that. But one of the surprises of the draft was his son was Shedeur was expecting to be one of the top picks, but he didn't get picked till the 3rd round, final day, which was Saturday. He was the 144th pick. To play for the Browns. What do you think of that, Kelly?
I love it.
You like that?
Mm-hmm.
You think he's gonna do? They flamed out a lot of quarterbacks. You think he's gonna?
I hope so. I mean, I'm hopeful.
Well,
I love that he's Deion's son, and that's probably why he didn't get picked.
You think so?
Yeah, I think they just think that he's gonna come in and try to Deion's gonna try to
take over or just.
Or
well, anyway, to make things
do a lot of suggestions.
To make things worse, on day 2, he got prank called on a private draft phone by a guy claiming to be the GM of the Saints. Cameras were rolling. Shedeur thought he was being played next or being picked next.
That's crap.
Well, so yeah, so the GM of the supposed GM of the Saints said, "Hey, we're going to pick you next." Their pick was up. Here is being caught on camera.
This is Mickey Loomis here, GM of the Saints.
How you doing?
Good. How are you, man?
Good. Been waiting on you.
It's been a long wait, man.
No, for sure.
We're gonna take you with our next pick right here, man.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Let's be legendary.
But you're gonna have to wait a little bit longer, man.
Okay.
Sorry about that. Ready to go.
What does that mean?
Are you gonna ask us what it means? And you was on the phone.
You heard that? He said you're gonna have to wait a little bit longer. Sorry about that. I don't know what that was.
So first he told him he was going to be picked, and then I guess after the pick he told him that
got this number.
He's going to have to wait. So obviously Sanders was confused. The line went dead. It was a gut punch as he sat with friends and family. Well, yesterday the prank caller came forward. It was Jax Ulbrich. He's the 21-year-old son of Atlantic Falcons defensive coordinator Jeff Ulbrich. Now, Jax has apologized on social media for ruining one of Sanders' life experiences. The Falcons also apologized. The FEF and the NFL is investigating how he got the number. But what happened was there's a private number that just coaches have to get a hold of these players. And his dad left his iPad open. So Jax, 21, being 21, went in, got the number, and then called.
Jack's an asshole. I don't
he's
like
21.
that at all.
He's 21.
Care.
I
That
know.
is such
No, it
an
was me.
asshole move.
Yeah. Oh no, for sure.
When did this happen?
Saturday.
Oh yeah, because he got drafted yesterday?
So he got drafted Saturday, but
Late
no, I'm sorry. This happened on day 2. Let me look. That would have been
okay,
Friday. This happened on day 2. He ended up getting drafted 144th.
I still
to the
need
Browns.
to understand how somebody who was projected in the top 10 of the first round drops all the way to the 3rd round at 144.
I think it's because of his dad. I think that they didn't want to deal with his dad.
But
yes, you have to know, D. Like you have to know it's forethought by the team. You know that you're going to be getting criticized in the media. You're going to be, Deion's going to if your team doesn't do well and his son's not playing, there's so much stuff that's going to come with just him saying something.
Draft Day,
it's like
movie.
why take that chance if you don't have there's other people out there to draft.
No, because it strikes me as something deeper than that. It doesn't strike me as somebody. NFL teams who don't want to deal with Deion Sanders. I mean, Deion Sanders had played in the NFL for a very long time. He's in the Hall of Fame. He is an athlete and a professional. He also understands that he can't bully a professional team into doing something. He is a college head football coach, and nobody gives a shit about what Deion Sanders has to say.
True.
And I say this, it had nothing to do with Deion Sanders.
What did it have to
do? It
do
had
with?
everything to do with Shedeur's confidence and how he spoke before draft day.
You call it confidence, some call it cockiness.
Look, who do you want playing football for you than somebody who's not cocky, especially in the quarterback position? So explain to me how a top 10 NFL draft pick falls to 144th. And it's all because what? You don't like his mouth, or you don't like the color that mouth is wrapped around?
Well, now you can't do that because there are. I mean, the NFL is all half black, or at least minimum half black.
What? And it doesn't, and it's not racist at all. I can point out other other people who will push back and tell you otherwise. Don't tell me because the league is half black that they're not racist.
I'm not saying they're not racist, but when you don't pick a black guy, but you pick a different black guy, I mean, how does that make you racist? I'm telling you, I think it's. Some people are saying he's not as good as he thinks he is. I guess I don't follow it, but someone said that against good teams, he didn't play that well against good teams. I don't know, man. And I think you're discounting a lot more of the Deion Sanders in people's ears, and second guessing coaches and the
how? Like what? So
how?
what? People second guess coaches all the fucking time.
But when it's Deion Sanders, it gets more pop. If Deion Sanders says something, it's going to go out there a lot more.
So what? They
don't want to deal with it.
Teams get criticized.
They don't want to deal with it.
I'm not listening to that. That is not a legitimate excuse because we don't want to deal with your dad.
Well, I mean,
it is a legit
no,
excuse,
it's not.
though.
I think that there is a lot of NFL dads that have sons that play in that are, well known, that play in the league. So, like, I mean, what's the difference? I don't know, but it sounds to me like Draft Day, the movie.
Yeah, I mean, black social media is going crazy over this between Sanders and Shannon Sharp. Man, it is going crazy. Someone said read the stats.
I'm happy. Browns has him. That's great.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you like him, so there you go. It ended up working out. I mean, he's a millionaire either way. I mean, we're sitting here worried about a millionaire.
He's not guaranteed a contract.
He's already
third round is not
his
guaranteed.
NIL stuff though. He's already made
from
tons
college
of money. Yeah, I'm just saying he's not hurting no matter what. He's a third pick, 144th pick. He's still if he's good enough, he's still going to play. Number one and number two, he's already rich. I mean, he's rich, and his dad's rich. Oh, what do you mean? Brown selected BGSU tight end in the third round as well. Highly decorated Bowling Green State tight end Harold Fannin Jr. was selected by the Browns. And University of Toledo defensive tackle Darius Alexander was selected at the 65th pick on Friday by the New York Giants in the 2025 draft.
Why is it people with the worst names ever always try to give people a junior? Like Harold Jr. Like Jason Statham never does that. Like I wouldn't mind a Jason Statham Jr. or a Jason Momoa Jr.
But Harold?
Harold?
There we go. That is sports. That is the news. Let's get into Steve is ready. Steve is here and he's ready to go.
To play, just grab a handful of mud and sling it. It's Steve Sleaze on Andrews and Demetrius in the morning.
Hey, Steve.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. How was everyone's weekend?
It was good. How was yours? How was Wicked Brunch yesterday?
Oh my God, it was epic. Really, really great turnout of people that came out. The raffles, but the talent, oh my gosh. The Giselle crushed it. Sugar was amazing. Sugar is just like the best MC.
Well,
she is just hilarious.
Sugar's the best MC, and the other thing about it is she's one of the, I don't know if one of the few, but she is a drag queen that can actually sing. So, if you need, she's not just lip syncing all the time. She can sing.
Yeah, she sang yesterday. She did Over the Rainbow because, of course, the Wicked theme and everything. I'm like, I didn't know this bitch could sing. I was like, my God.
Oh, yeah. So Sugar can
fabulous.
Sing. Yeah, I missed it because I forgot we had confirmation for my daughter yesterday, so I had to go to her confirmation.
There was a lot going on. Deja was Deja. She's just fabulous too. So it was a great turnout. Then after that, we had Equality Toledo. We had our first kickball tournament, which was a huge success.
Where'd you do that at?
Going on yesterday.
Where'd you do that at? Scott Park. I love.
It's one of those things.
When I was a kid, man, kickball and handball. But we play it different than people now. But we used to play. Did you play with the big ball? Did you play with the handball with the big ball? Right?
No.
You
handball,
never did?
I thought you were talking about teenage masturbation.
No.
Oh,
I'm like,
how did we go there?
Well, he said
it's been all morning.
He played kickball and then he played hands on his balls.
No, you never played handball?
No.
Oh man, yeah, out California, we'd have big walls built in the middle of the playground. You guys don't have that? It's a big. It was a big wooden wall in the middle of the, and then you would play with a big ball that's the size of a soccer ball or something.
Oh no,
we played handball.
No.
Not like handball now, where it's like, I don't know, you use a little ball and whatever.
Yeah,
that's the only handball.
Is this a California thing?
Yeah.
That's
you
interesting.
guys must have had very tiny hands.
I used to love handball and kickball, faves. All right, Steve, what's going on in Sleaze?
Well, guys, Sinners. I still haven't seen this movie. I don't know many people that have. My friends said it's amazing, but Sinners won the box office again.
Everybody says
making
it.
over $45 million. Vampires and KKK. There you go.
My daughter and her fiance went, and they loved it.
Really?
Yeah, I haven't heard anybody say a bad word about. And actually, the one thing that I did hear is I think the messaging about the movie is getting twisted, because it's not really about vampires and the Klan.
I thought it was.
Like, and because I was talking to this one guy, and he was like, I just went and saw Sinners. I was like, racist vampires. He was like, no. But it's really about the power of music and the power of the blues.
Well, here's the interesting thing about it, and tell me if this gets too, because I don't even know. I didn't plan on saying it, so tell me if it gets boring. We can move on. But there's this guy, there's this guy who covers Hollywood, and he said that this Sinners, the producer or the guy in charge of this movie that came up with it or whatever, that he got a huge payday from Warner Brothers or wherever it was. Where I don't even know enough details, but he got a deal. He got a deal that no one else got. Like he gets like back in, because they're so starving for stuff new stuff. That's not, and this guy's had a couple like successes, really big successes. That's not a franchise. It's not an intellectual property. It's not, a superhero movie. And that this guy's really like running Hollywood now because he was able to get this deal that that Hollywood has never given to any other person in charge of a movie. And he's making bank off this thing because he's proven himself that he can get people to there without intellectual property or a superhero movie.
But Robert Downey Jr. is the one who laid down that blueprint.
Really?
Yeah, because he, when he was doing his Marvel movies, he said, I don't want huge money up front. He was like, but what I do want is I want points on the back end for this movie. And so, like, while people were getting their checks, he was making hundreds of millions of dollars.
Hey, got to get paid. I ain't mad at you.
So the guy's name is Ryan Coogler, and here's what he got. He inked a deal with Warner Brothers. He got final cut control, which never happens. He got first dollar gross participation and the reversion of film rights. So he owns the film rights. Like movie companies have never done that. For 25 years, he owns the film rights to this movie. Wow. They've never done that, which means he's going to get money off, all kinds of other shit. So they're saying that this might be the new way of doing things if you have a track record like that, because the movie industry is hurting so bad. Anyway, all right. What else, Steve?
I saw.
Well,
go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
I went to The Accountant 2.
Well, how was it?
It was good. I mean, I don't
think
think
like it. You didn't like it.
No, I liked it. It wasn't as good as the first one. It was way more funny.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and I think that the brothers have great chemistry. It was interesting. It was funny. I liked it, but I liked the first one better.
So 1 to 10, what do you give it?
7.
7.
Did you go 2?
No.
Oh.
But I'm just
the way she's described it.
There was a total 7 kind of talk.
Yeah, but I liked it. It was entertaining, and yeah.
What else, Steve?
So tonight on TV, guys, the series premiere of Yes Chef at 10 o'clock on NBC. 12 chefs are forced to confront their own egos by working in teams to prepare a 4-course meal for judges Martha Stewart and Jose Andres, and hopefully overcome their tempers and stubbornness issues in the process.
That's interesting.
That looks kind of interesting.
I know. It does look kind of interesting. What, it's called Yes Chef?
Yep. 10 o'clock on NBC.
Interesting.
It's going to be on tonight.
All right. Now, what else?
Jojo Siwa dumped her girlfriend at a Celebrity Big Brother UK after party with the co-star that she might have feelings for in the next room. Ooh, that's cold, girl. That's cold.
TikTok was losing their mind. Wait, real quick, Steve.
Were announced.
Do you hear me?
And
Steve.
Yep.
Oh, so real quick. White TikTok was losing their mind on this. So what happened was JoJo Siwa was on Celebrity Big Brother in England, right? So she gets this, and she's gay. She's gay. She came out gay. She got girlfriend, whatever.
Yep.
So this guy that she had this connection with, and they were showing video of them like he'd kiss her forehead, she'd kiss his forehead. They were rubbing each other down, whatever, blah blah blah. And they'd lay together, and so JoJo Siwa's girlfriend is watching this whole fucking thing because it's live on camera and it's live. So she can't communicate with JoJo, but she's watching this. So she said,
that's gotta be shitty.
Oh my God.
To watch your relationship disintegrate on television.
To watch a man taking your woman from you and you're just sitting there watching.
I know, and you got a drawer full of what he's got.
So
bigger and better, probably.
I mean, so this girl goes, okay, we're gonna work. Okay, she said we got to work this out. She said, but I'm gonna go to the Big Brother finale, and I'm gonna be supporting, and we'll talk about it. So she did a video after. We'll talk about it after. So she shows up at Big Brother. They go to the after party, and right there, JoJo Siwa said, "We're done. I can't be with you anymore."
Cold,
at the fucking rap party.
Wow.
At the rap party. Kicked her to
But
the
you
curb.
know what? I kind of respect it.
You have to.
Why?
You have to respect it because had she just like led this broad on and done whatever, we all would have been like, oh my God, JoJo Siwa keeps secrets, blah, blah, blah. Why all we really want is somebody who's honest in their relationship. If it's going to be over, tell me it's over. Don't lead me on.
Why does she become Trump?
Because this is how I feel. And then as soon as somebody does everything that you ask them to do in a relationship, then it's, oh, this bitch is so cold. She got no feelings.
Cold,
She's got no heart. And you're like, come on, which one is it? Can she? I mean, she's done everything you've asked anybody imaginary to do in your real relationships. But when you see it in practice, you don't like it.
But wouldn't you say, hey, let's just get to the party. Let's do this tomorrow.
Look, you ain't partying. I'm telling you're not feeling the party.
I know.
We're not getting through this party. We're not just going to, let me get a couple of more cocktails in me and then break this relationship down. No.
It was rough, man. It was rough. So now we don't know if she gay, is she not gay.
And that's a crazy thing, right? Once again, only ladies can jump back over that fence back and forth. Dudes don't get that leap. We get one leap over the fence and that's it.
Well, yeah, but you could go, you leap back and forth, but guys just don't want.
I just don't think that's a thing.
It's not a thing.
Like, you just don't.
Right, Steve? Steve, do you know any dude? Okay, women, they'll go back and forth. Guys, girls, but whatever. Have you ever known a dude to go gay and then go back to straight? That doesn't happen very often.
Yeah, I know people.
But not.
But do you believe
not on the level that a woman can go back and forth though?
I've seen it. Trust me.
Yeah.
I have seen it.
But can I ask you?
A lot of it has to do like they're not finding the type of person. They want to be out in a specific city and they can't be out in this. There's so many factors that factor into that.
But yes, funny. But there's still like something. But baseline that they're gay, right?
Oh yeah.
It's okay.
The ingredients are all there.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. See,
right.
One fence, no ladder.
All right, what else, Steve?
I know 2 or 3 right now that just need to be making announcements fairly quick. I'm going to give them 6 months, and they need to be making announcements. I'm just saying.
All right, what else, Steve? Hello?
Oh, very staticky.
Oh, yeah, you're cutting in and out, but go ahead. Can you hear us?
Rock and roll, guys. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame class of 2025 was announced last night on American Idol. Any guesses who might be in there?
I don't even know who's in and who's not in.
Yeah, me neither.
I don't know, Steve. I don't know.
All right, Bad Company. We kind of talked a little bit about it last week.
Yeah.
And then Chubby Checker. I didn't even think he was still alive.
He's not.
Joe Cocker's in there. Cyndi Lauper.
Oh, yeah, we
Outkast
talked
made
about
it in
this.
there. Soundgarden and the White Stripes. Now, Salt and Pepper and Warren Zevon will be inducted into the musical influence category. Now, 3 more are being recognized in the musical excellence category. R&B songwriter and producer Tom Bell, pianist and organist Nicky Hopkins, and bassist Carol Kay. And the Ergon, I can't even pronounce this, and the Ahmet Ertegun Award will go to Lenny Waronker. He was once the president of Warner Brothers Records before co-founding DreamWorks Records. Now, as for the snubs, Fish won the fan vote last week with 330,000 votes. Bad Company came in second, and Billy Idol followed in third. Now, despite the love from fans, Fish and Billy Idol didn't get in. So for Billy, it was more of a red wedding as opposed to a white wedding. Sorry.
So what's the point of having a fan vote if you're not going to listen to them? The fan voted Fish, and you're just ignored them.
But it's Fish.
They're like, yeah, you guys like them, but they ain't Hall of Fame.
Fish is the Timu version of the Grateful Dead.
Yeah. Well, they then they should tour together, right? I think they used to,
Fish
they were
has
opener.
Fish has the same kind of fan following as the Dead did.
For sure. All right, what else, Steve?
Well, Bill Belichick did an interview with the CBS News show.
You mean
Sunday
child
morning
support?
to
I mean
hype
children's
his new book,
services?
The Art of Winning. He also talked about his father's advice and, of course, Tom Brady. But there were a few things he wouldn't talk about. Check out the audio.
Did you hear about this? So his 24-year-old girlfriend is at the interview, and she's off camera, but she's giving him like here's a little
24-year-old Jordan Hudson, his creative muse, as he writes in his book.
Make sure that that's the
Jordan was a constant presence during our interview.
Never been too worried about what everybody else thinks. Just try to do what I feel like is best for me and what's right. How did you guys meet?
not talking about this.
No.
No.
I'm assuming at a sleepover. It was. See, come on now.
Hey, Bill Belichick had a sleepover for the grandkids.
Tell me, come on, just listen to her. I mean, does she sound like she loves this man? Does it sound like
she's looking out for him?
No, she's not looking out for him.
She's looking out for
her.
Mm. He's 73, she's 24. And she was in the interview.
Shut it down, didn't she? We're not talking about
We're not.
And he's like, what?
Well, he kept looking at her too, like,
because she hits him.
Oh my God.
She fucking hits him.
It's not
oh my
abuse.
God. I guarantee you she doesn't let him eat what he wants. She does.
You can't, Bill. William, what are you eating right now?
I bet you she flinches. When she reaches over the table, he flinches.
William, is that a candy bar? Put that down.
No, it's not. It's not. I just like the veins on the top of the Snickers.
It's like I had to touch my tongue and then I pull it out. All right.
She's not a nice person.
It's crazy.
Like, I bet you we're going to find out somewhere down the line he's going to be diagnosed with some kind of like dementia or something. And she has been riding roughshod over his life for years. This shit's going to get weird.
So the whole thing is just the interview was just weird. It was on CBS Sunday Morning yesterday.
That's a woman. She talks like she earned all of his money.
All right, what else, Steve?
Oh my God! So of course, I heard you guys talk a little bit about the draft, but the Tennessee Titans selected quarterback Cam Ward as the #1 pick in the NFL draft this weekend, and fans were even more excited when he said he was a big Morgan Wallen fan. Check out this audio.
Big Morgan Wallen guy. Last night, probably my number one song by him. I like Love Somebody, and the last one, I had to go through my Spotify playlist, but Morgan Wallen, he cool.
He cool. All right.
Oh, he cool, huh?
I like Cam Ward, but everybody. The one thing that really irritates me is yes, he's a great quarterback. He's a good athlete, but that's not what they were saying when they drafted that kid. They were saying that the kid was humble, that he didn't show up flashy, that he almost like he knew his position. He was
the opposite of
he was so
Sanders.
Was so grateful. He didn't show up and show out. He just cried and got his hat like a good little athlete should.
Interesting.
I like it.
All right, what else, Steve?
And finally, it's no secret that artists don't always write their own songs, but it might surprise you that some other popular hits were actually written by other popular artists. And here's just a few of them. So the song Till the World Ends by Britney Spears was written by Kesha. This next little shocker, Forget You by the big song Forget You by CeeLo Green with the little fingers, was written by Bruno Mars.
Oh, that's interesting.
And Irreplaceable by Beyonce was written by Neo.
Oh.
And Get the Party Started by Pink, written by 4 Non-Blonde singer Linda Perry. And then Little Things by One Direction was written by Ed Sheeran. I knew that one.
Oh.
And then the song Breakaway by Kelly Clarkson was written by, any guesses? Any guesses?
Prince.
Prince. Oh, that's a good one. Prince?
Nope. Nope. You're close. Avril Lavigne.
What? That close.
And then Manic Monday by the Bangles were written by
Prince. That was written by Prince.
Yeah, Manic Monday.
Knew that one.
And then
When I
Bleeding
found
Love
out
by
Prince
Leona
wrote that
Lewis
song-
was written by Jesse McCartney and One Republic singer Raya and Tedder.
Well, which one was
And
that?
Can You Handle It by Usher was written by, guesses?
Can You Handle It by Usher? Neo.
No,
Kesha.
nope. I'm gonna go with who's that boom 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 who's that like I got that bass.
Will
Got
I
that-
Am?
No. She wrote that bass.
All about the Megan Trainor?
Megan Trainor.
So you think that Can You Handle It by Usher was written by Megan Trainor?
Maybe.
All right. Steve, who was it?
Nope.
Okay.
Not even close. It's Robin Thicke.
Actually, according to your closeness equation, it is kind of close. If
Prince is Avril Lavigne.
Avril Lavigne, Megan Trainor
is
very
Robin
well
Thicke.
be.
is Robin Thicke.
One more?
There you go. Yeah, then You'll Always Find Your Way Back Home by Miley Cyrus was written by, any guesses?
Dionne Warwick.
Oh, dang.
This is random.
That's a stretch.
Well, these are just random guesses. We have no idea.
Dolly Parton.
Dolly Parton. That's
One of the Pips.
Okay, you're close.
What?
Taylor Swift and Boys Like Girls singer Martin Johnson. See how close you were?
The Pips? The Pips, yes. The Pips and Taylor Swift. You're right there. Right.
So close. You're right there.
All right. Thank you, Steve.
Toodles.
All right. That is Steve's Sleaze. All right, taking a look at the traffic cams. 475 is flowing over there in the Taylor Automotive Traffic Center. The 75 looking good. 475 looks good. You guys are, it's a light Monday, right? You guys starting out there driving too much. Looking good all the way around. Good job, you guys. Brought to you by the Taylor Automotive family of fine cars, Northwest Ohio's largest car dealership. Cadillac, Hyundai, Genesis, Kia vehicles, along with quality used cars from top import and domestic automakers. Stop into one of their dealerships. Test drive your new car, truck, van, or SUV today. Now it's time for the Furniture Palace forecast. Man, going to be a warm one today. Going to be a warm one. 76 today. 76. Now it's only 43 now, but let's see. When's it going to start jumping up? It's going to be a 60 by 10 a.m. and then almost 70 by noon. So it's nice kind of brisk right now in the 40s, but man, wait until about 3 hours from now. It's going to be up into the 70s, 80 tomorrow with a chance of rain, and then 62 on Wednesday. So there you go. That's the Furniture Palace forecast brought to you by our friends at Furniture Palace. You know, they're great because they're local. Don't deal with these furniture companies that aren't from around here. Adam and his crew, man, they will make sure that you get the deal you're looking for. If you're looking for furniture, they're going to give you the deal they're looking for. They're going to give you the price, the payment. They're going to make sure they take care of you because they are local and they really are a solid company. So Furniture Palace, get on over there. And if you need furniture, Furniture Palace is the place to get it. And that is your traffic and weather.
Progressive Commercial Insurance.
That is your traffic and weather here on Andrew Z. and Demetrius in the morning.
Oh,
I got to
auto
tell you about my
insurance.
friends over at State Line Sauce, the #1 hot sauce in all of Toledo. Doesn't matter what you put it on. Put it on fish, you put it on chicken, you put it on steak, put it on macaroni and cheese, make you a spicy macaroni and cheese, put it on pizza, put it on mac and cheese. Oh, put it on some eggs. It is so good. Check it out. State Line Sauce. And in about a week, they're going to be out May 4th. They're going to be out at Meijer stores, all the local Meijer stores. So look for State Line Sauce in Meijer stores. If you don't want to wait, you can go to the Farmers Market in Toledo or get it online, StatelineSauceCO.com. StatelineSauceCO.com. and you need to go get sauced today.
We've all heard about it, the Japanese head spot, and it is currently available at Skinology. This ultimate scalp facial will dissolve your stress as they lavish your scalp. They include a scalp analysis, a detox treatment, a deep conditioning treatment, a hair mask, and a scalp massage. Spoil yourself with a rejuvenating treatment that will leave you feeling refreshed and renewed. After all, your scalp deserves some pampering too. To book your appointment, go to skinologyfacebar.com.
Hey, it's Stephen B. Hardy from the Andrew Z and Demetrius in the Morning Show. Pumped to tell you about our newest sponsor at Holy Grail Wellness. Holy Grail is the newest and hottest name in the weight loss game, with all kinds of amazing options to choose from to get you a big head start on your weight loss journey. Stop in at 200 Airport Highway in Wasion or call and ask for Kendra or Callie at 419-388-7760. Join me on my journey while starting yours today at Holy Grail Wellness.
Hey, I tell you about my friends over at Regan Insurance. If you have been looking for some new insurance, or maybe you're like, man, it seems like I'm paying a lot. Well, Regan Insurance has a no obligation thing. They'll kind of look at your insurance and tell you if you're in line, if you're not in line, whatever it might be. And if they can save you money, they'll let you know. They can get you better coverage. They're going to tell you that too. Again, no obligation. If they save you money and things are better, then that's awesome. If they don't, stay where you're at. There's no reason why you shouldn't at least call Regan Insurance to find out if they can help you save money. REGANINS, ReganInts.com for Regan Insurance.
Bring it. Andrew Z and Demetrius in the morning.
I'm Andrew Z. Demetrius Nicodemus, Kelly Lance, the princess of property from Howard Hanna Realty. It's from the Taylor Automotive Studios. We're hanging out and having a good old time in this Monday morning. So I got an inbox issue for you that I wanted to ask you guys about. Let me see if I can find it here. Here it is. Inbox issue was I could use some advice. My wife and I are happily married, and we have a great life together. We've actually known each other since middle school. We both grew up in Oregon and reconnected when we both moved home after college and fell in love. Our families grew up together as well, and I had a massive crush on my wife's older sister in high school. Yes, my current sister-in-law. But she was never really into me. I asked her out all the time. She always turned me down. So one night at a party in high school, she and I kissed, but that was it. Nothing else. It rocked my world, but she moved on, and we never discussed it. Casey, would you please? Oh, no, it's a different one. She moved on. We never discussed rock my world. I never told my wife about this. By the time they weren't even together. Him and his wife weren't even together. By the time we got together, it was well in the past. So cut to a few weeks ago. We're hanging out with my sister and her husband, my brother-in-law, as we do all the time. We're having drinks. It was a fun night. Well, my wife went into the bathroom, and my brother-in-law went out to smoke. While they were out there, what? Jeez, Kelly, what? Don't be so negative.
I didn't say anything.
While we were out of the room, my sister-in-law, who was pretty drunk, leaned over and said she should have dated me in high school, and her sister got the better guy.
Ooh.
I was stunned. I laughed it off. I got up off the couch. She was laughing, and my wife came back in the room almost immediately and asked what was so funny. So before my drunk sister-in-law could speak, I changed the conversation. I have not seen nor spoken to my sister-in-law since. I have no clue if she even remembers what happened, but I cannot.
She does.
But I cannot get the moment out of my head. Like I said, I love my wife, and I don't want to leave my marriage. But I'd be lying if my heart didn't skip a beat when I heard my high school crush gush on me. Plus, they are close sisters, like best friends. We hang out together all the time. My wife would be crushed if she knew this happened. What do? Confront the situation head on? Tell my wife? Help, Demetrius. It says help, Demetrius. That's where you want.
Desperate.
That's where you want the advice from, Demetrius. All right. Good luck with that one.
You may not like the tone, but the content is always priceless.
Okay. So then what do you say to this poor guy that he didn't do anything? Some bitch didn't do anything.
He didn't do anything.
No.
You keep it to yourself. You don't say anything to anybody.
What?
Yeah, that's the dumbest shit I've ever heard. And the thing is, it tickled you. You got a little flashback pop.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. It's just a flashback pop. You remembered something. You're not experiencing it. It's a memory and a desire. It ain't real. It's not real. It made you feel good, and that's okay.
Yeah.
You're allowed to feel good. But understand this. You said, I don't know why you had to tell people you loved your wife twice, but you love your wife.
I love my wife. I love my wife. I
And
love my wife.
understand that you had a nice little experience with this girl who was like, wow.
Validated you like 30 years later.
But it's not a 30-year validation.
What do you mean?
What? Because she didn't say, hey, I liked you when you were in high school, or I liked you back then. What she's gotten for the past, I don't know how many years that these two have been married, is she's gotten all the great stories that her sister has told her about how much she loves her husband. All the things that you've done that she appreciates. Oh my God, he came home from work and he brought me flowers. Oh my God, you know what? He did this. I didn't even have to ask him. He puts away the laundry. What she loves is the man that you are now, because she's gotten all the stories. And she's gotten to compare them to the man that she has now, who doesn't bring home flowers, who may not put away laundry. And she's like, wow, my sister got the better man. That is what she's feeling. What you should be doing is loving the fact that your wife is talking mad, crazy love shit about you in public. And it's making other people really appreciate who you are.
I never thought of that. I mean, that means that's because she is regretting her thing is because her sister been talking you up.
Yeah.
Look what Stan did for me, and Stan did this, and
so she's been talking you up for years. Well, she's been disappointed with her choice for years.
Let me tell you this, though. This is just not an isolated incident. This woman is, if she is so brash to do this in your home with her sister there, she is going to do something again. That is just women knowing women, because you didn't shut it down. In fact, she knows you feel a little good about it. So this woman is going to do it again. She is going to do it. She's going to
take another swipe at it.
Yes, she is. She is. I can almost guarantee it.
I'm going to tell you this. If your relationship is good, it's bulletproof. Period. It doesn't matter who comes after you. It doesn't matter what is being said. It doesn't matter what is being done. If you got a good relationship, it's bulletproof. She can come at you as many times as she wants to, but I don't think it's fair. And yeah, I'll tell you, when I was in high school, my brother had this horrible disease of trying to date women that I was dating. Like while I was dating them. Like he would show up at their house.
There's some family members that do that shit.
In the middle of the night, knock on a door, or he would send an email, or he would send a text message, and he would do that.
Girl, you look good at dinner last night.
But you know what?
Oh shit.
My game's tight. And you can dip that tire in water to see if there's a leak, but there ain't, and I guarantee you.
Oh my God!
I know. He's gonna go in even harder.
So I'm just saying, if you know your shit is tight and right, you ain't got shit to fear from the night.
Oh my gosh.
Man, I've got so many text messages.
You have opened the door with not shutting her down. This girl is going to knock, and eventually you're going to open it.
419-345-3375. All right. Someone said, absolutely act as if it never happened. Another one said, If it continues, you need to tell her to stop.
Yep.
Never be alone with your sister-in-law ever.
Oh my God, she ain't a pedophile.
But it's a one time. It's a one time.
Well, and that was your sister and weird Uncle Steve who can't be left in rooms.
It ain't no situation. Leave it alone. Yep. D is right. You notice how D is right. Take it to the grave. Whatever energy you have for her, you need to pour into your wife. That's the remedy.
That's
That's the remedy.
That's a good one.
That's the remedy. Whatever energy you feel for her, put it.
I agree 100% with everybody, but it's not going to happen. This woman is going to come back at him.
What do you do? Just keep shutting it down? I mean, is it?
Look,
it's okay. Okay, it happened once. Everyone's saying if it's a one-off, let's say everyone says leave it alone. What if it happens another time or a couple more times?
Then this is what you say, right? If you are truly in love with your wife, then you say, "Look, I really appreciate what you said, but I'm married to your sister, and you and I both know you fuck with the stuff that she loves, she will kill you." But
you kill us both,
or you just say, you're like, "Look, it's just." You shut it down.
Yeah.
It's just that simple. I appreciate it, but can we not?
Guys aren't good at shutting it down
because guys don't get compliments.
Guys like it.
Guys don't get compliments, and so when we get compliments, we don't want to shut shit down.
I know.
Because it's very rare that we stumble. It's like coming across a single woman in Toledo with no kids. It's impossible. So when you get it, you hold on to it, and you don't want to turn that faucet off. And it, I get it. I
do too. I get it.
I get it.
But you got it. Okay. So, but on this one, don't tell. But if it happens 2 or 3 times, then you want to say something to the sister, not your wife, right? You want to say something
2
to the
or
sister.
3 times. The next time it happens, you have to shut it down. If you do not shut it down, you are opening the door for more, and it's because you like it.
Oh my God! Calm down, Dr. Spock.
It's hard for a dude that when he it's hard for look, because here's the thing.
It just drives me crazy. Because
don't put your claws to me.
Well, it does. It drives me crazy.
You are clawing
when
at her.
people when people try to crawl inside your head,
and that's what she's doing.
And they go and
working.
they say shit like it's because you like it, or they go, and you're like, don't tell me how I feel. Like
Triggered.
you can't. Yeah, it drives me crazy.
He's triggered.
I will tell you,
triggered.
it triggers me harder than anything else in the world is when somebody looks me in the face who I know doesn't have the capacity to think like me and tell me how I think. And it's like, I just want to go, calm down, little puppy.
What do you mean doesn't have the capacity? What are you saying? Are you saying we're not smart as you?
Yes,
oh,
that
you
is what
motherfucker.
he's saying.
Oh, you
that is what
motherfucker.
he's saying. 100%
What an asshole.
is what he's saying. With
asshole.
the claw.
Yeah, what a cocky asshole.
Right?
Man.
Right. Okay.
Now, see what? Am I not this makes me an asshole. It makes me an asshole.
You're right.
But
you're right. It does. Thank you for the statement.
Yeah.
Full stop. All right. 419-345-3375. Again, I know you're listening. You got to let it go.
Take it to the grave, Bubba.
Take it to the grave.
Till it happens. If it happens again, you tell her to stop.
You tell her
but
to
you
stop.
do not tell her sister. It will change their relationship on a
Is there
foundational basis.
Is there ever a point where you tell the sister, or you your wife? Do you just confront the sister once or twice or whatever? If it happens 2 or 3 times, you keep confronting the sister. Do you ever tell the wife or no?
If it gets out of hand, you have to.
You have to, because if you don't, she will.
Because you don't want this to be going on, and you be and you telling the sister to stop, and then all of a sudden your wife finds out that it's been going on this long.
Here's the thing: if he doesn't,
and now all of a sudden it's not, honey, I've been telling her to stop. Now it turns into, you've been keeping this from me. And if that's the case, then what are you really doing?
But using the same logic, what if he said using the same logic, what if he doesn't say anything, lets it go, and the woman, because her best friend is her sister, and she gets so upset about what she did when she was drunk, if she goes and says something and you didn't say anything,
it's gonna happen.
Then you let the sister.
You're screwed.
No, you let the sister.
Why didn't you tell me?
You let the stop.
You didn't tell me.
You let the sister confess.
Oh, come on.
And you tell her this. You go, it was one time, because I don't
Do
think
you
your wife
the
is going to do
sister is
that.
going to confess? No, she's
No,
going
she's
to
not.
put
I
a
don't
spin
know.
to it. It's not going to be her fault.
It's right.
That's not even going to come up. That's not even going to be a thing. Then that's a ridiculous scenario.
You don't think women feel guilty all the time when they do, especially when you do something when you're drunk.
But they're not going to try to put a spin on it and make it somebody else's fault.
Oh, yeah.
You think she'll just take full blame?
If this is even a thing that is even real, I'm sure while they're riding through their prairie on their unicorns, they're going to sit and have this heart-to-heart conversation about her husband. It's not real.
So even that, throwing that scenario in there, what you say is a unicorn scenario, you still say don't say anything.
Don't say anything.
All right.
This is a between her and her sister thing, not a between you and her sister thing.
All right. There you go. That is
from the smarty pants.
Is from the one that's way smarter than the rest of us.
The relationship guru.
Yeah,
not a guru.
Right?
Not a guru. I just lay out information. You guys can choose to pick up the pieces that you find pertinent.
Another one said plausible deniability is on his side. That is your inbox issue for today. Now, I did get a couple normal and nopes texted in too that I want to run by you guys real quick. This is where someone does something and they want to know if they're in the majority or the minority. I spread my peanut butter with a spoon. Normal or nope?
That's not. No, you do that with jelly.
Jelly? What's the difference? If you're spreading one with a spoon, why would we not spread the other one with a spoon?
Look, that peanut butter and jelly sandwiches are a 2-utensil sandwich.
Oh my gosh, no, they're not.
Yes, they are. They require you to use.
How do you do one utensil, Kelly? What you're going to get peanut butter in your jelly or jelly in your peanut butter? What?
You wipe it off.
Oh.
I don't even understand. That doesn't even make sense to me.
Oh, so you get something else dirty? Obviously, you guys don't do dishes.
I get you have to have. It's a 2-utensil. That I agree with. It's 2-utensil.
I ain't having my whore butter knife just shoving his thing
all up in
every other jar without at least no.
Yeah, you have to. I gotta have two. If you're gonna wash one, you might as well wash two.
Exactly.
You use one utensil for both. That is
your peanut butter
not
jar
normal.
Is gross.
That's
I know. That is disgusting.
No, it's not.
That is gross.
There's a
wash
bits
it
of,
in between.
Do you hear this?
I rinse it in between.
I see
You hear this, little boys? Her peanut butter jar is gross.
I hear a little.
Not true.
Little
Yuck, Mrs. Last. Yuck.
Little bits of grape jelly in your peanut butter.
True. Not true. I clean it in between.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
but if you're not,
I make them all the time because I got grandbabies.
But if you're not washing them with soap and water, there's gonna be remnants of.
Not the way she grips
you can't just wipe it off and then be like it's all gone.
I'm not wiping it off. I'm rinsing it off. It completely.
That water really makes it.
Wait,
is it under a hot
you do
boiling
jelly
water?
first. You do jelly first. You put it under the water. The jelly leaps off the utensil.
Kelly. So you're still washing the utensil twice. If you're going to put it underwater, you're washing it and then going with the same utensil back. Why? What's the difference between washing one twice or washing two once?
Yeah.
Whatever. I'm normal.
God.
You're not.
What? Okay.
I don't know.
This is insane.
What I do.
We are not the same.
We are not eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches over at her house.
Oh my god!
Oh my gosh! You guys would love my peanut butter.
I've got some text messages.
I bet you they bring all the boys to the yard.
419-345-3375. Not normal. Use a butter knife. 2 utensils for peanut butter and jelly.
It is.
So it is for sure. Someone said 2 utensils. I have to agree with D. And you lay the spoon and knife across the edge of the sink just in case
you want to drips into the sink. Or you want to make another one.
Sandwiches, they said. They said in case you want to make another sandwich.
I absolutely do that.
Dude, that's hysterical.
Then I put something heavy over the handle so that they won't accidentally fall into the sink.
So
that's doing too much.
Someone said jelly doesn't spread. I use jam. All right, well, that wasn't the question. Jam. Anyway, jam first. hot water rinse, then peanut butter and lick, then wash.
Yes.
Preferably a butter knife.
Yes.
Unreal, preferably.
Yes. Yes.
Unreal.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you.
Kelly,
It
one
is-
utensil is not normal. That's
that is-
not normal from Kelly. And this person that spreads it with peanut butter with a spoon, I spread it with a spoon as well. What do you use?
I use a butter knife for my peanut butter and then a spoon for my jelly. I don't understand that. Because jelly sometimes gets clumpy, right? It's sometimes it's hard to spread. And so with the back of the spoon, you can like smush it and kind of like roll it out like.
Do you refrigerate your jelly?
I do.
See, so do I.
Me too.
Yeah, okay. Do you refrigerate your peanut butter?
No. That's like making cement.
I know.
Like, here's your ball of peanut butter.
Good luck getting on that on this nice delicate piece of white bread. That's got holes like it's been
Like
shot.
a rock of peanut butter in the middle of it.
I got a text at 419-345-3375. Absolutely lay them in the edge of the sink. I thought our family was the only one that did that. And yes, the knife and spoon. So there you go. Here's another normal or nope for you. I prefer self-checkout. I do as well.
Nope.
No?
Mm-mm.
Kelly, you're the decider here.
It just depends on the line for me. I'm just fast. I just want to be fast. If the line's short, let them check it out for me. If not, I'm checking it out myself.
But what do you prefer?
Someone else doing it.
Okay, so you both prefer. So that's not, so preferring self checkout is not normal. Not
No,
normal.
I don't work there.
Someone
I don't
said,
work there. And the last thing I need is when I miss something or that register goes off, that little slack jawed guy in the middle of the kiosk standing there with his vest coming to help me.
Well,
Hey,
and
hold on.
The other
And
Or he's
attendant
got to
will-
help 10 other people before it gets
and
to you.
or you're just standing there. He doesn't see the red light,
Yeah.
and he's not paying attention to his fucking job. And you're sitting there for 5 minutes because the light's going off. And you're like, hey man,
You're like, you gotta raise your hand.
raise your hand.
And because the machine says this dude's got to check your ID for the beer you bought.
Clearly, I'm over 21.
Someone said, "Yep, you get in, you get out, one bag and a self checkout, and I'm gone." So two prefer self checkout, two prefer regular checkout. So I don't know. That's a normal or nope tie, I think. Unless someone else wants to text it 419-345-3375. Either way, it's close. But yeah, because here's the thing too.
We have been trained to do it ourselves.
Burger King did it first.
What do you mean?
When they started handing you the cup for you to get your own damn drink.
Well, that's a great thing. You
This
get more
bullshit.
drink.
I don't work here. But you fill my cup up, Mr. Paper Hat. You see, I don't have a W-2
So you
here.
don't- so you
I
don't-
didn't take a training video.
All right.
What are you doing?
Normal or nope, you complain because if they just hand you a cup. I love handing me a cup because then I can put as much ice as I want. Do you want your cup filled? Like if you're going into a fast casual restaurant, they have the soda machine there. Do you want your first soda filled by them or filled by yourself?
I don't go in. I only go in drive-through. So
Never
they're
go in?
always, Never.
Why?
When's the last
Kelly?
time you've eaten inside? Well, not you. I never mind that. When's the last time you, Kelly, have eaten inside like a Burger King or a McDonald's?
I can't even remember.
I'm
why?
trying to remember too.
I can't.
You're trying to remember going in?
Or like
you?
Yeah, just
can't
like
remember.
getting my food and
I
sitting
mean,
down.
it has to be like when my kids were little because that's the only time I can think of it.
Oh, I like going normal.
Had to have been when I was married, which is why I've repressed it.
419-345-3375. Meyer can scan and shop on the app. Yeah, I scan and shop at Sam's. It's amazing. Like I just my phone is the thing, and then I'm out the door. Don't even stop at a fucking line. It is amazing. I can change and it's easy enough. Even I can do it. And I can change the credit card that I use on I get like 4 or 5 credit cards saved. I can put whatever credit card in, and I just go out the door. Boom. I get another text. I feel the same way about self-checkout. I don't work here, so I don't know. All right,
I
here's
don't work here.
Man, these first two have been.
You don't get to yell at me for showing up at 9.
These first two normal and nope. So you were kind of in the middle, and they've been tough ones. There's not been really a huge consensus on either one of them. Here's one more. I always Dutch oven myself to smell my own farts every time I am in the bed alone.
I do that.
You are so weird.
I do that.
Sometimes you want to just know.
I
You
do
gotta
that.
know.
Yeah, I do that. I do that.
Like I'm not gonna say. Like, and
You're
I,
normal.
And I
That's
like
normal.
weight judge them.
It is
That's
not
normal.
normal.
So.
Well, I think this could be a guy-girl thing.
It's
though.
definitely a guy thing. Oh, this. Like, I know guy. And boot camp, the food they serve you just changes your entire digestive system, and the things that crawl out of you are just offensive. And there was one. There was one time my company and I, we were in our compartment, and man, I was sitting in front of my rack, and something it just came out of me, and like my rack mate and two of the other cats who were sleeping next to me were just like, they just looked at me, and it was so offensive that to this day,
I know.
like,
how many years ago was that?
To this day, I will still get messages from them like, remember that,
like D-Day, like it's D-Day.
They were like, they blame it on the Salisbury steak. We call it Salisbury Steak Day, and it was just like, they were like, remember that day?
Oh my god. So I got a text is 419-345-3375. Another dude said, yeah, normal. Only my farts don't stink, LOL.
That's not true.
Another one said, this is disgusting. Ooh, it has to be a guy thing. Yeah, I think this is a guy
thing. It's totally a guy thing.
Yeah. Normal or nope? I eat cereal with a fork. That's definitely not normal. Demetrius, you don't eat cereal with a fork.
No, I don't. That's just weird.
Because you're not getting any milk with your. Maybe they don't like milk.
Are you spearfishing? What are you eating?
I don't know.
I got 4 Cheerios on this one.
That's weird. Kelly, that's not normal, right?
So weird.
Yeah, that's a big nope.
That's somebody who grew up poor and their mom didn't want them to know. So they used the same milk for like 16 bowls of cereal.
Yeah, you get the fork and then your brother
she
comes
pours
down.
it back into the jug, and then he gives the milk.
Gross.
Everybody gets the sensation of eating cereal.
Gross. 419-345-3375. I swear my husband cleaned out everyone sitting at a bar once. Someone's at boot camp had people with skid mark, bacon strips, steak of the week on laundry day. All right. I say bless you to myself after sneezing. I do that. You do that to yourself? Mm-hmm. You say bless you?
Mm-hmm.
Kelly, is that normal?
No,
you
that
don't.
is not normal.
I only do it if no one will say it. Like after 5, I give someone 5 seconds. Bless me, I guess. I'll do that because fucking no one says anything.
Oh my gosh.
I say bless me and excuse me. I go bless me.
No, you don't. Really?
I do.
Oh my god. But that's not normal, right? Though, is it?
No, that's not normal.
If no one is around you,
do you still need to be blessed?
Yes. Do you not understand
how
the tradition, how and why bless you is even being said to you?
Apparently,
it's because
not.
when you sneeze, it gives your soul an opportunity to escape your body. And if somebody does not say bless you, then your soul creeps out your nose. So bless you keeps your soul inside.
I don't know about that.
Well, according to every old white lady at church that I ever met.
All right, normal or nope. I only wash clothes when they have a stain or a smell. Otherwise, they go back in the closet. Okay, I as well only wash clothes when they stain or smell, but I don't put them back. I have an in-between closet that I put stuff in.
Like purgatory?
Yeah. Like if
like a chair.
Like limbo.
Or like a chair or I do have I used to put it in a chair, but Colleen gave me a hang-up thing now. Oh. So I put it's an in-between hanger in the room. So the closet.
You have a transition closet.
I do. So if I
some clothes that are dirty, but they identify as clean. Their pronouns are they smell good and that looks new.
So like they will I will do that until because if they're not, I don't put them back in the closet. But if they don't smell or they don't have a stain, then I will definitely wear them several times.
No, I will. Sometimes I try shit on and it doesn't even make it out the house. But if it hits the floor, it goes into the dirty clothes.
What?
Yeah.
Same with me. The only thing that I do wear would be like a blazer or something like that. But everything else.
Chevy.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But everything else goes in the washer, even
So-
if I don't even make it outside.
You wear it once and it goes in the dryer.
Yeah,
even if you don't wear it out.
Even pajamas.
You wash them every time, your pajamas?
Yeah.
That's not.
Well, I just get new ones every time because I like new ones.
What do you
I
mean?
Like fresh ones every day.
You buy new pajamas every day.
Get out of here.
Yeah,
You
I
do
get new.
not.
Yeah, I put
Shucks.
on new pajamas. Then I take them off, go to bed, and then I put them in the thingy and get some new ones the next day.
Do you wipe your ass with $100 bills?
Wait, but you wash them and then reuse them.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
Oh, I thought.
Okay, I thought she was pulling them out of new packaging every day. Like,
No.
I only wear brand
I
new.
wonder why you said that. No,
Yeah, that's
no,
what I
no.
thought,
I just
too.
need fresh ones every day. I need clean ones every day.
I got another text. You probably lay them over the treadmill because you're not using that. Shut up. Let's see. I swear, my husband. I'm sorry. Worn all day in the laundry hamper. If it's only one for a couple hours, it goes back in the closet. Oh, so you wear them all day.
So it's timed.
It's a timing thing. But
That makes more sense to me.
but so normal or not, then that they go back in the closet. That's not. No one's putting it back in the closet, right? Yeah, I don't think so. All right, that's not normal.
Jeans.
Not normal. Jeans what?
You don't wash jeans every day.
You're
But you put
not
'em-
supposed to.
But do you
I
put them back
do.
in the closet?
Yeah.
Because here's the you do. You hang them back up. You know that the outside stuff is now getting on the other stuff that's been cleaned.
What do you think I've been trudging through? like the outside
The
stuff of my
environment.
jeans.
You don't have it.
You don't got outside on your inside.
You don't have it in between like chair or anything. You put stuff on. You put it back in the closet if you wear it, like jeans.
Jeans.
Just jeans.
Just jeans.
That's-
Everything else goes in the hamper.
But what if jeans are next to that have been wearing all day? Or they're next to a brand new shirt.
What have I been doing?
Working, be out in public. I don't know.
Kicking radiation? What? Like I don't understand.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like somebody's like, man, you're I can't believe your shirt smells like the front of your jeans. It's weird that you know what the front of my jeans smell like. It smells just like your shirt. I was just talking with my wife about it.
Interesting. All right. So, wearing them several times, even though as long as you didn't stain them or smell, I say that's normal. What do you say?
That's not normal,
Kelly.
It's not normal.
Not normal. All right. Last one. Then we're gonna wrap this up. I have elaborate files of intense text messages that I might need to bring back at a later point to prove a point. Yes, she does. That is not. I don't do that. Like Colleen tried to drop that on me the other day. That she's like, "Oh, what about that?" She circled. You know, you take a screenshot of your text and then you circle it. I'm like, I know what I sent. I don't need it circled and sent back to me. But Colleen definitely does that. Do you have a file of? Do you need to keep for somebody,
bro?
Of text messages.
Okay.
What? Uh-oh.
So, and this is and this was like when I should have like really known, like when like the shit was falling apart. Like when I first met my ex-wife and we were dating, like she and I had broken up and we had been separated for like 2 weeks. And in that 2 weeks I was like just a mess, right? And so she comes back and she finds a pair of socks, a pair of like ankle socks that she swears up and down don't belong to me and don't belong to her. And I'm like,
well, a quick question. So I know you didn't buy yourself socks. She knows the socks.
No,
if they weren't
she'd
yours
been
or
gone
weren't
for 2
hers,
weeks. Like,
okay,
I have
then
socks.
what bitch did you have over there?
And that was the whole thing. And I'm like, first of all, no bitch, just socks. Right? It's not
So
panties.
you took a lady's socks?
They weren't lady socks. They were just athletic ankle socks.
But she didn't buy them. She knows what she bought.
She'd been gone for 2 weeks.
You didn't go out and buy your own socks in 2 weeks.
Anyway. I had
No,
socks.
see, that's
so
what I'm
anyway,
saying. Yeah, look at Kelly.
So she goes.
She's right.
So
you're
anyway,
wrong. She's right. You're wrong.
all right. So we get over this whole sock fiasco thing, right? And we have moved, I want to say, like 4 times, and we are finally in our house. Right. And we are having an argument. And she disappears for like 20 seconds and reappears with those fucking socks in her hands. like
and whose socks are these?
And I'm like, I was like, holy shit. Like, not only did you keep the socks the first time, but you have put them in a box 6 other times to make sure that you had the sock.
And she knew right because she knew right where they were.
And my whole thing was, what the fuck are you doing with those socks?
No, you're right. You're deflecting. You're deflecting.
It has been 8 years.
It doesn't fucking matter.
You're damn right. It didn't fucking matter.
Whose socks were they?
And I'm like, 8 years. And I'm looking at these socks in her hand as she is shaking them. And I'm like, it's been so long. I don't even know if those are the original socks.
Stop.
These could be standing socks. This could be. That's how
Kelly.
Gaslighting.
First of all, I don't know what gaslighting is. I can't, like, it was the craziest shit.
Dude.
So when I hear people who are like, I hold on to text messages and I hold on, I immediately get transported back to those fucking socks.
So whose socks were they, Demetrius?
No one's.
What do you mean? They're in your house?
Caitlin was living it with me at the time. Who fucking knows whose socks those were?
Look at Kelly shaking her head.
Just for fuck's
Dude,
sake.
I'm on her side on this one, bro.
I'm over this shit. Socks.
We gotta go.
Nobody else understands how ridiculous that is.
No
socks.
Because you
not panties, not bras.
It doesn't matter, Demetrius.
Regular athletic ankle socks.
You
didn't find an earring, a tampon.
Doesn't matter.
I had an amazing night note.
Doesn't
nothing.
matter.
You found socks.
But you know there were socks. She knows there were socks she didn't buy. You know there's socks you didn't buy. And now there's socks in there because she hadn't been there.
Well, first of all, you left me for 2 weeks. Like, do we still get to
I should have left you for longer.
Like, well, she did. Clearly. But, like, I still, that whole sock thing fucking blew my mind.
I don't know
like,
why.
10
She's
years.
right.
Bro, when somebody disappears and then pulls outside that they just been waiting to pull out
for 10 years.
For 10 years. Hey.
Kelly's not saying nothing because she is not on your side on
that
this
shit
one. Neither am I.
Shook me.
Yeah, it did. I don't know why you have random socks in the house.
Like, who? Let me break out some shit like that. Well, whose is this? I would not. I don't have enough mental.
As smart as you are,
fortitude.
as smart as you are,
I don't have enough mental fortitude.
As smart as you are, your
because the truth is dumb.
Your
excuses
dumb. Are weak as bad.
And that's the best.
Weak.
That's like
and
that
you're protesting too hard.
How hard are you supposed to protest?
The way you're doing, we can tell that they were someone's socks. They were some bitch's socks. You can tell by the
I
way
don't even
look at you.
Like I can't.
Kelly, look at his. Look at the way. Look at the way he's acting right now.
Because it's funny now.
Kelly, tell him.
You better.
She doesn't want to tell you. She don't want to tell you. I'll tell your ass. That was some bullshit.
They were no one's socks. You believe like a woman would leave a house without her socks?
Oh yeah,
absolutely. And then you're
make a quick escape,
and you're living at home and not cleaning after yourself because there's no girl there to do it. So you absolutely you wouldn't have seen those socks. She left those socks.
So how would a woman not realize that she ain't got fabric on her feet?
It happens. It happened that she could have done it on purpose. Whatever. It doesn't matter. But those socks weren't.
But there was no woman that I was attached to that owned those socks.
What is that? Look at Kelly's eyes, dude. If you can see
Kelly.
If you can see the video right now, oh my god,
that's a legit truth.
Demetrius, that is not a legit truth. All right,
man,
that is a normal or nope for today.
Holding on to text messages.
Whew, that is the show. Oh, by the way, do you hold on to text messages to prove a point later, Kelly?
No,
incriminating text
not.
messages.
That's, like, stupid.
No, you don't.
No,
I see some shit like that. I'm out.
Yeah, I think it's psycho.
Yeah. Yeah, like socks for 10 years.
That I get. That's physical evidence,
like,
man.
You literally that is you making a mental note not to forget those socks when you pack. Like they should have been left at the first house.
You wish they would have got left at the first house. You wish they would have got forgotten. But when you don't have, it's like when you don't have a good explanation. When you have this explanation, then that's how the socks.
How am I supposed to have an explanation for stupid socks?
What do you mean? How did random socks get into my house? That's a legitimate question. If there's random socks in my house, how did they get there? That is a legit question.
Random feet.
Yeah, exactly. And what bitch were the random feet attached to?
How was that possible? Because if that was the case,
Kelly's shaking her
her
head.
feet should be pointed up at the ceiling. and there's no reason for socks to be
You're
off.
ridiculous. That is Normal or Nope.
You guys suck.
That is the show. Oh, man. What a crazy way to end, Demetrius. All right, we got to go. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye-bye.